Like, share, and subscribe to Mr. Maxwell, Mr. Maxwell Show. You will enjoy Mr. Maxwell, Mr. Maxwell Show.
Brandon Johnson is not with immigration at all. He instructed all the Chicago police officers to not cooperate with ICE. He is teaching the illegal immigrants their rights. They are teaching them that you do not have to open a door if ICE do not have your name spelled correctly and ask for you specifically, then you do not have to let them in. This is the same mayor that Chicagoans voted in since he been elected. I say from 2018 to 2024, over $2 billion has been spent on these immigrants coming into this country. Where they was coming in, they had an app with GPS that is showing exactly how to get here. Now this app was supposed to be originally for realtors and shippers and for shipping containers and shipping and receiving freight for freight trucks. Somehow it got into the hands of the immigrants and they started using the app, the GPS, to come into the country illegally, and they was coming in by the droves. Now when they first started coming in, I would say around 2018, when they just started flooding the gates coming into the country, they was coming in at what, I don't know, 400,000 or 500,000 a month coming into this country. We had refugees, we had immigrants, we had fugitives. Oh, here it is. They had the CBP1 app. That's what that was. The CBP1 app was originally for brokers, carriers, and forwarders to request an inspection appointment for perishable cargo entering the U.S. and for legitimate trade carriers and companies that support goods. Forwarders are the companies that arrange the shipments. The carriers are the ones that bring the goods into the country, like the truck drivers. The forwarders are like the DHLs and stuff like that arrange for the shipments to be made in. And they had a specific, and that's where they saying the CBP1 app came in at, and somehow the immigrants got it and they were using it. Now we got a bunch of illegal immigrants, but the United States, the Democratic Party who sponsored them, couldn't call them illegal immigrants, because if you call somebody an immigrant, that means there's a process that needs to be, a protocol that needs to be followed. There's a process that needs to be followed as well, a procedure. So they couldn't call them refugees, because refugees are people that fled from another country because of some type of violent act, or they got in trouble with the law over there. Something happened over there where they had to flee. So they couldn't call them refugees. So they started calling them asylum seekers. Now that was the first word, the first phrase that was used to refer to the immigrants when they started allowing them over here by the droves, the new wave. I call it the new wave because immigrants been coming over here since the 1700s. But the new wave of immigrants that the Democratic Party had allowed over here, they call them asylum seekers. Asylum seekers are people that seeking protection from in another country because of their political views or their race, or because of some pressure being put on them in their homeland for some reason. So they're asylum seekers. So if you call them asylum seekers, I guess that would elicit more sympathy from people. A lot of people felt some type of way about all these immigrants coming over here, because they come over here They getting $3,000 and $4,000 in food stamps, and they getting housing, they getting shelter, they getting clothing, and they not getting no halfway housing. They was getting put up in hotels, and nice hotels, and people that are from the city were homeless, but you were taking illegal immigrants and putting them up in shelters. People felt some type of way about that. That was another big reason for why the one that's in the White House is in the White House now. That's why Trump is one of the reasons he's in the White House. Back to the mayor, Brandon. He vowed that Chicago is sanctuary state, and they are protecting the immigrants.